Don't worry, I won't let nothing happen to her. That's what he said to me. He won't let anything happen to Jessica, my Jessica, that she was safe with him. So they went to lunch that day. She came back. She had a good time. Everything was fine. So this is about trust. You know, he's trying to build trust, right? So I was like, oh, okay. You know, he's a nice person and everything. At the time, 22 years old, 15, no way. I didn't know who he was. Let's make that very clear. Because I've heard people say, well, why would she let, you know, her daughter go out with a 22-year-old or whatever? No, that was not the case. She wouldn't have never gone out to lunch or anywhere with a 22-year-old. I assumed that it was high school buddies. You know, high school friends get together, you know, they want to do things, go out and stuff like that. He did not look 22, by all means. And if that's the case, what is he doing? He's 22 years old. What is he doing with 15, 16-year-olds?
Right. I wanted to say that when I was 22 years old, I didn't want to be around a 15-year-old girl. So the people that are trying to blame you, that's just people that like Charlamagne, because no 22-year-old man would want to be around a 15-year-old unless they're trying to take advantage of it. So you shouldn't feel any guilt about that. And obviously now you answered that question. You didn't even know. So go ahead and continue, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the type of mom I am, you know, and for those people who do not, you know, I'm just setting the record straight. I love my kids. I'm very protective, always have been protective of my children. I was a single mom, you know, my husband had passed away and I had 3 kids I had to take care of. You know, it was one time I wouldn't even let them go nowhere. And then I was told that I couldn't clean in. I had to give them space. And I gave them a little space, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, it hurt me to hear people say that, because I know me. I know the type of person I am. I know that I struggled real hard to provide for my kids and to give them the best that I could give them, you know. So it really bothered me a lot, you know. And I went through a lot of breakdowns over, you know, people, you know, out there saying things like that to me, you know. But I'm in a better place now and I'm okay. You know, what you say about me doesn't define who I am. I know who I am. I know what I have done, you know, to provide for my kids and to make sure, to the best of my ability, to keep them safe. It's predators like Charlamagne that, you know, prey on the innocent people. And, you know, he wants you to trust him. He tries to gain that trust. And when he does, boom, there you go. You know, what happened to Jessica happened with people like that, you know, that you put your trust in, thinking they're good guys and they really see your child as like a sister brother figure, when all along he had other intentions that we all weren't aware of until that early morning happened, you know. So after meeting him, they went out to lunch, and everything went well. I think it was about a month later, a month and a half. He kept calling her, says I'm having a birthday party and I would like you to come over. You know, she said initially, she said, no, I don't want to come. And then he's just like trying to persuade her, you know, he says, come on, you're my sister. You got to come. You got to be there. So she says, okay. Then she asks me, she says, Mom, my friend is having a birthday party. Can I go? Immediately, I said no, you know. And she kept asking. I was like, no, you can't go. I didn't want her to go alone. I didn't trust that. And so Malika Joyner, uh, who is um, my oldest son's ex-girlfriend, was there, and she's also the mother of his two children. And at the time, she was like around 18, and she says, "Well, I'll go, Miss Reid. I'll go with her and watch her, you know." And so I let her go. I let her go, and they checked in with me. And says, "Well, we're okay. We stopped at the store and whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And then a little while after that, I got a call from my son. He's like, "Mom, please tell me that you didn't let Jessica go." And immediately my heart dropped. I was like, I was shooken. I I didn't know what to say. You know what I mean? I was like, all I can think of is something going to happen when he said that to me. And I paced the floor. It was getting late. I was pacing the floor. And, she didn't come home yet. No call. After that first call that they were okay, I got no more calls. I couldn't sleep. And usually when my kids go out, I wouldn't go to bed. I'll sit up and wait for them to come home. I couldn't sleep unless all my kids was in the house safe, you know. So
Listening to your story, not to cut you off, listening to your story, I just have to ask you a question. How do you feel about all the mothers and all the women that Charlamagne and even the men that he's befriending? Charlamagne has a lot of celebrity black male friends, celebrity black female friends, and the reason why the Go Along Get Along gang works is because whoever is Charlamagne's handlers, he has connections to a lot of things. So you'll find a lot of people, they've been saying it all over YouTube. Well, I like Charlamagne. He helped me do this. He hooked me up with this person. So they'll look past certain things because of people like that know how to, connect people to things so they overlook stuff. So what do you say to all the black women and the black men that are celebrities, especially that are friends with Charlamagne?
he is a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay. They see what he perceives to be. They befriend what they think they know, you know. And so they ignore everything else. That's how I feel it's happening that way. They're ignoring everything because he's doing so much for everybody. And, that's his way of covering, you know. And I would tell all of them, open your eyes. Seriously. Open your eyes. Because this is a serious thing that he did. And I don't know if this is if my daughter is the only person, because actually it was mentioned about his wife at one time, and some other people that, I mean, he just make a mockery of it. It's okay, you know, it's to him it's acceptable. It's acceptable, and people actually laugh and go along with this. This is what makes me crazy. How can you go along with a pedophile that talks about, you know, drugging and raping girls? Open your eyes. See him for who he really is. Then decide if he's good enough to be your friend or your associate. Personally, me, if I was in someone else's shoes, I would not want to befriend a person like that. I don't care what he can give me or what doors he can open. So open your eyes. That's what I would actually say to all of those people who, you know, are looking on the outside and not looking in. You know that this man did these things. He tells you it himself. He speaks on it himself. He tells you about Spanish fly. And one time I was with a girl and all of this, he drugged people and raped people. That's what it is. It's not consensual. And that's another thing that I've heard that I want to clear up. The fact that people are saying it was consensual. And I heard someone say that, I saw in the comments, a few times. It was not consensual. My daughter was raped. She was drugged. She was forced to drink. He kept, here, drink this, trying to persuade her to drink. So this was not consensual. And if you look at the documents, if you look at the police report, because right after the incident, she went immediately in the ambulance to the hospital. This was not consensual. And you can see in the report, the police report itself, what the detectives wrote in there. She was hysterical. She was out of control. She couldn't speak. She was delirious. She tore up that room, knocking things over, trying to get out when she came to where she can move around, because at first she could not even move her body. If you read the statements, the two guys that we are going after actually took her upstairs. She couldn't run, she couldn't fight, she couldn't protect herself or anything. So it was not consensual. And I want to make that clear, because like everything else, there's so many false things going on. And it's got to be cleared. And that's why we're here, to set the record straight. It was not consensual.
Okay. Let's bring your son into the screen for a second. Give him a chance to speak. Let me see. How you doing, brother? You here?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, man?
Okay. Go ahead, brother. Introduce yourself and just kind of tell people, how you felt from a male's perspective, like I was telling you over the phone, man. My hat go off to you, and God bless you, because you gotta deal with that every day that you hear the Breakfast Club as well. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my mic on mute and just let you go.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a crazy situation. You talking about my mother and my sister. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, I seen the pain, and the craziest thing is the memory that I have from that night. I didn't want them to go. You know what I'm saying? And I did express that to my mother. You know what I'm saying? And they went anyway. Um, but like my mom said, we didn't get any calls. We was trying to figure out where they was at and if they were safe. And then, finally we got a call, and then that's when we knew that something had happened. Now, like I said, there's a memory in my head, man, that will never, ever, ever go away. You know what I'm saying? Once we got the call, and my mother called the ambulance and called 911, excuse me, and we went to Somerville Medical Center, and I saw my sister in the back of the ambulance, man. And you know, it's still even hard to talk about to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister was back there. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't even walk. That put something in my heart, man. Some hate, and all I ever wanted to do. And to be honest with you, to this day, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do this man dirty. I mean, it's not all about that, man. But my mother raised us to protect our sister. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I failed my sister. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't protect her. You know, I mean, for a while, I looked for dude. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get. I couldn't get to him. You know what I'm saying? And every time, now you can hear him on the radio. You see him on TV. It's like I relive it every day. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he came to the house, and picked my sister up, and then hearing him talk about it, he act like, oh, it wasn't me. You know, like my mom said, when he was speaking on DJ Academics, the video with DJ Academics with the interview he had, he said something was going on in the room with a couple of his dudes. You know what I'm saying? I feel that if you call yourself a man and these dudes, then you are obligated to speak on it. My sister told me out her mouth, and we know the facts that she was violated. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the years, we still struggle with this. Personally, my relationship with my sister has been rocky too, and that's something that we still working on to this day. You know, and it's still a hard thing for the family to deal with. We still trying to get through it day by day. But at the same time, when you hear this man talking about it on the radio and joking about, situations where he put stuff in females' drink and just him just being disrespectful towards black women, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are the people you with? I mean, like, how come they can't hold you accountable for what you did?
Don't
Why
forget.
ain't
Hey, hold on. Let me add this. Don't forget when he sniffed the chair. I think I
yeah,
saw a
I
video.
saw
He
that the
sniffed the
other
chair
day.
with J Lo
I
left.
saw
Yeah, I
Like,
that.
saw that the
that's
other day.
crazy.
I saw that.
I was saying to myself, like, what kind of dude? I mean, I already know what kind of dude he is. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
my thing is his circle of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he so protected? There's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of celebrities that he know and people, that he's making money with. Why can't one of those people in position of power stand up and say, yo, we got to address this, man. This, and with the documents and the stories that he put out and how he spoke on it, you can tell that it's lies. So why ain't nobody stepping up? You know what I'm saying? My mother and my sister has been pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to get support from all different types of people, and they turn their back on them. It's a handful of people, that really supports Jessica and want justice for Jessica. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is why the people ain't holding him accountable? That's the problem that I have with this whole
Exactly.
situation. This man violated my sister. I've seen my sister cry, my mother cry, you know what I'm saying? And, I try to, deal with it in my way, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I only got one mother, and this is my only sister. You know what I'm saying? And people, on YouTube, they be talking about, oh, she was this, she was that, and they speaking and they don't have the facts. My mother said, you know, the email is gonna be up on this YouTube. If you want the documents, it's there for you to see for yourself. It's there for you to see for yourself. You can tell that the man is lying. We know the facts. But like I said, man, every day I turn on the radio, it's like reliving the situation. I look on TV, reliving the situation. When this resurfaces or something comes up, we relive the situation over and over and over again. The other two people that, were involved, we trying to go after them. And when we get to them, they're gonna fold. And even more of the truth is gonna come out. But my thing is this man called himself a man. He got a wife, he got daughters, he got a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel if that happened to your daughters or your sister? You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and ignore the situation and downplay it like it wasn't nothing, because it was. You got a whole family that's been going through years of hurt over this situation.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if legally they're gonna open back up the case, but the people should speak. I mean,
Yes, the people should speak.
yeah, it's we the people,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't
Right.
allow stuff like that to go on, and then we still give our money and our advertising to people like that. He's making a lot of money
Yes.
for the right type of people, so that's why they have him up there. And shout out to Star for keeping the
Yeah, shout out to Star.
and shout out to Choke No Joke, because I saw a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
stuff
Choke.
that he did as well. So
Right.
I want to definitely not try to take any credit from anybody. Anybody who shared Jessica Reid's story, shout out to you
Definitely.
guys and everybody who's watching. It's time to stand up and do something about it. I mean,
Gotta
we
stand
have
up.
the power to do something about it ASAP. So
Yeah.
if you
Yes.
guys want the email, like I said, it's going to be in the description box. And let's show our support, not through just typing in the chat. Let's show our support through, speaking and moving him out of his seat, And
Right.
I can't believe that we've allowed this to go on for so long, and just a suppression of information. And that's why I'm here. I got to make sure, a lot of us got to start making sure that we give out the true and the real information. So we can be the voice for the voiceless. So
Right.
I definitely appreciate you guys
Yes.
for coming. And if you have anything else, I'm just let you guys go. If
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to say. What about all these organizations that support victims of sexual assault? Why they not supporting her? You know what I'm saying? Why they not helping her? You know what I'm saying? I've seen tweets where she's calling people
Yeah.
out, and you know what I'm saying, she's sending messages and trying to get support, and nobody's supporting. Like
Yeah.
as if it's not important.
Right.
it's the go along, get along game. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if
Yeah.
it was a different person, they would say believe all women. But
Right.
it's certain people, and this is what we're exposing. Certain people, they'll look the other way. And women are not going to be safe anywhere if they're going to go in rooms with certain people that people are going to look the other way with, because they're going to definitely look the other way if they're in that go along, get along game.
Right.
So,
And what if there are more victims that's
they're definitely more
Yeah.
following my sister's story, and they're scared because they see what my sister's going through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we gotta start nipping this thing in the bud and holding people accountable. Yes, there are people that get accused of things like this, and they may be innocent, but clearly in this case, you guys did what you were supposed to do. Nobody can tell you what to do with your decision that you made. I mean, as most Black women, as mothers, they can understand and they can feel you try to protect your kids from further pain and further trauma. So I wouldn't feel any shame or any guilt because, like I said, I was 22 years old before, and I never wanted to be even around a 15-year-old unless it was in a gym and he was a male and I was showing him some post moves because,
Right.
you shouldn't. It's on us as men. It's not on, coming around and trying to take advantage of a woman and her daughter. So you shouldn't
Right.
feel any shame
Right.
about that.
Right.
But, you got anything else, Mr. Reed?
I'm good right now. Thank you.
Okay. Mother, you got anything else, Mom?
I just want to say that we are definitely in pursuit of the two men that were also involved and that were never charged. We have some information already, and we're going to continue until these two are brought in for the crimes that they committed.
And keep me posted. You have a way of contacting me. You can email me or whatever, and you can always come back on this platform and keep us updated and let the people know what's going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you so much for having us once again and for shedding light on the Jessica story. We do appreciate you
Thank you.
very much.
Thank
yeah.
you. We
Well,
do.
I respect and salute both of y'all, especially y'all strength to come up here and speak for your sister and your daughter. I mean, that you guys are still trying to protect her because I know if it's hard for you guys, then it's almost impossible for her to be able to get through an interview. So I respect you guys,
Yeah.
and God bless both of you guys. And anytime you need to reach out to get a story out, you know how to contact me.
Yes.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank the both of you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I just wanted to get the true facts out. And then now you guys can do what you want to do with it. If you guys still think it's not a go along, get along game, and this is not just about Charlamagne, because I wasn't talking about Charlamagne. Charlamagne put himself into position for this to happen to himself. But what this does, it does expose a network of people that are pretty much above the law. So hopefully you guys can stand up and be supportive of people who actually have documents that are willing to email them to you, so you can see the documents. This is not somebody alleging anything. These documents, will prove how he got to the point with the lesser charge. So I encourage everybody to go ask for those emails. I'm going to put it in the description box as soon as this broadcast is over. And we're going to keep exposing this go along, get along game. And then you guys going to have a lot of questions for the people that are around the people in this go along, get along game. Because the go along, get along game don't go like this. It go like this, and then it go up. Then it go like that again, and then it go up. And then the go along, get along game goes pretty high. So I love you guys. Have fun today. I have one more interview today with the Real Foundation. They're going to use my platform to, they got some great energy, great ideals. I'll let Ginger tell you herself. You're going to love this woman. She has a beautiful energy. She was an addict herself. She's 9 years or 10 years clean now. So she has a passion for helping women. She has a passion for helping convicted felon, especially find home ownership and just finding their own independence and getting back into society. I'm not getting paid for this. Matter of fact, I got to sign that MOA. And, I'm just helping someone out that I believe in her cause. And definitely she's going to help me and work with me so we can do similar things down in Brunswick. So I believe in the model. That's why I'm helping. I don't want to get paid for it. I want the knowledge so we can take that thing somewhere else and help people in a whole nother state, but state, city, whatever, but it's still the same programming and helping people. So that's what I'm about. I am about the drama too sometimes, but we're going to do a lot more positive stuff on this channel. So y'all stay tuned. God bless y'all.